nice smoothly. So let's get into it.
So here we are starting off on the Smith machine. Got Shannon here just doing some warm up and just checking his form. Then we chuck a 20 kilo plate on each side. And yeah, just keeping your back nice and straight and getting your full range of motion all the way down the bottom and really squeezing your shoulder blades at the top. And just keeping your pace reasonably slow. You don't want to be swinging around like crazy, so he's doing pretty well here. And each to their own with their hand position. I go over the top grip and Shannon does under grip. So we pass the phone over to Shannon, he's videoing me. Same weight, 20 kilos on each side. Form's pretty good. Yeah, nice straight back. Full range of motion, you want to get all the way to the bottom, really extend those shoulder blades and feather them out. And then once you get to the top, obviously squeeze them together and really give a good squeeze at the top. Keep your pace reasonably slow. You don't want to be swinging around like crazy, like I said before. Then we ended up putting on another 20 kilo plate each side. Shannon's got his straps here just because of, you go up in the weight and obviously your grip strength might not be the best. Even if it is good, it's always good to have a little bit more help with your grip on the bar. So he's getting his form at the top there. Back's nice and straight. And he's really squeezing at the top and getting full range of motion right down the bottom there. Keeping his form real nice. It is a fair bit of weight, so he might swing around a little bit, but he's still moving the weight, so doing well. How's that? This is me, same weight, 20 kilos each side, and yeah, form's good, pace is pretty good. Yep, obviously full range of motion right down the bottom, squeezing the shoulder blades at the top. And for each one of these exercises that we're doing about 10 to 12 reps, depending on the weight. As we're going up the weight, we're probably not getting as many reps, but we're still lifting some weight. So here's 10 kilos extra on each side. Shannon chucked on, so he's got his weight belt on to keep his back nice and stiff. Straps on for his grip. And yeah, he's pumping them out, having a good crack. Then we went on to some incline dumbbell curls. As you can see, he's really keeping the tempo nice and slow, squeezing right at the top there and holding it for a second or so. Full range of motion down the bottom. Really doing a great job here. Nice contractions at the top, and yeah, full range of motion down the bottom. Really extend your biceps. He's doing reasonably light but heavy enough to be able to squeeze it at the top. Great form. I did do these exercises as well, but sort of kind of forgot to video myself. But anyway, here's another one. Here's one that Shannon likes to do. He showed me how to do it with a bit lighter weight. It's a bit awkward for me just because, a new exercise and it doesn't feel right, and sort of trying to get the niche of it. Shannon's doing really good job here. He's doing a fair bit of weight, really extending his shoulder blades. As you can see, it's pretty well engulfed in the top of the pad of that bench there, and he's really contracting his shoulder blades at the top when he's pulling those dumbbells up. Really obviously stretching it right at the bottom, taking his time, so his tempo is really good, nice and slow, really contracting at the top. And here was me. This is my first run of it, so I look awkward as anything. Didn't feel right, and I don't know, it'll do. It's working something, I'm sure. Have a crack next time, I'm sure I'll get better. I just look awkward as you can see, those 20 kilo plates, 25 kilo plates on the bottom there, sort of for Shannon because he's a little bit shorter and just a bit better for his bit better stability with his legs. I probably didn't really need them, but anyway, they're there. We had a crack. Yeah, we're doing 10 to 12 reps here and really keeping the tempo slow, getting your shoulder blades fully flexed out and squeezing at the top. Here's Shannon getting some, up to be 40 kilos. Yeah, he's done these a fair few times, so he knows how to do it really well, and makes it look a lot easier than what it is. Another good reason to do these is just to support your back, because you can obviously do these on a bench or something, or with a barbell, but it sort of takes a lot of pressure off your back, and can really contract your back a lot more and put a lot more energy into your back, opposed to holding your lower back up. This is another one that Shannon showed me video on the first time here, and yeah, these are absolutely unreal. Like, they just really isolate your biceps. You give them absolutely no room to move anywhere else. You're not working any other muscle groups. It's just your biceps. You really burn them out here. They're phenomenal. Here's me having a crack. Probably doesn't look as good as Shannon, but yeah, it really does work though. Really isolates your biceps, and yeah, you sort of work on a reasonably lighter weight, and you can go up a little bit as you're progressing through the sets. Yeah, just doing 10 to 12 or even a bit more if you really want to burn them out. I think I did 16 or so for my first set. Just really burned them out. Yeah, it really works on your peak, your bicep. It's just, yeah, phenomenal little exercise here. I'll definitely be incorporating these into my arm days, that's for sure. Shannon here showing it how it's done, getting some good angles here. And then we moved on to some wide grip lat pull downs. This is sort of a new shape pull down, I suppose. Yeah, these are phenomenal as well. Really good. Obviously, you're working your lats, so you really want to try and keep your elbows sort of tucked forward and bring it right down to your chest, and really spread your lats out at the top. As you can see here, I try and keep my elbows towards the front. It just really isolates your lats. As you can see, the double tank top here is not doing me any wonders to be able to see what I'm actually working on my back, but nevertheless, we're doing the work, getting it done. So we're doing 10 to 12 reps. Pretty reasonably heavy weight here. I think we might go up just a touch more the next set. But yeah, just keeping the tempo nice and slow and really stretching it at the top, and really pulling down and squeezing at the bottom right to your chest.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer to use the easy curl bar on the cables, or to use easy curl on the preachers?
I probably prefer it on the cables, but instead of standing close, because I feel like from here to here is just resting on your elbows, so it's not working your bicep. But when you stand back like this, then they're like, when you come up to the top of your bicep curl, it's still pulling down.
Yeah.
So from here to here, there's no slack. But when you're doing it from here to here, I feel like as soon as you get to about here, the slack starts to come in. So it's not like
Not much tension at the top.
Yeah,
Better contraction when you stand back a bit
yeah,
at the top.
yeah,
Tension the whole way, range of motion.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So we didn't get too much footage of this. I don't think we got any of Shannon, but just quickly put the tripod up and got a quick video of myself doing a set. They're really good. They really isolate your biceps. You stand back just a little bit, like what Shannon said, and you can really get a really good pump with these. Really burn them out, and because you've got tension the whole way. Because if you're standing too close, you just lose that little bit of tension at the top. So we usually will stand back just a meter or so and pump out 10 to 12 reps. Next exercise we have, I suppose you call it T-bar in some descriptions. Another new design that people have been using. This is Shannon's one that he brings in. And yeah, T-bar rows, I suppose you'd say. This is the way I like to do it, really stretched out at the top. The full range of motion. Really feather out those lats in your back, really feather it out. And squeeze at the top. really contract your shoulder blades together. Shannon's turn now. He's going to show us how it is done. He does it a little bit different to me. Obviously, works a different muscle group, but he loves this way. Really isolates his back. Really gives a good pump for him, he says. So he does, 10 to 12 reps, pretty much standard across any exercise. 10 to 12, depending on the weight. Obviously, the more weight, you'll probably get a few less reps. But as long as you're working hard and getting good pump, that's all that matters. Next we are on to wide grip row, I suppose you'd call it. Yeah, so plenty of different variation you can do with the rows. Sort of trying to really feather out my shoulder blades and lats here and contracting right at the back, pulling it in, getting a good squeeze. Tempo is probably a little bit too quick, but it's not too bad. And 10 to 12 reps, reasonably heavy. I think we're doing about 80 kilos or something like that. Shannon's down here, really feathering out that back, getting a really good full range of motion, contraction at the top, and really squeezing it. Phenomenal here, phenomenal job. And to finish off, this is one that Shannon likes to do. Obviously it works your glutes, but if you sort of keep your range of motion to the bottom just a little bit and you don't go all the way to the top to engage your glutes, you're working your lower back. Just because we didn't do deadlifts, don't really get into deadlifts anymore because of this. It's not too much risk for little reward. So, but this is a good one to work your lower back. Sort of do it weighted, and 10 to 12 reps. So we decided to go another 20 kilo plate. We've got the bands there, as you can see. Shannon likes to put bands around his legs so you're not really have any tension on your legs trying to hold yourself up. I chose not to use them. So just sort of keeping the range of motion to the bottom and not really going right up to the top to engage your glutes too much. Good exercise for your lower back. So here's Shannon, he's doing 3 plates, so very, very heavy. He's got the bands on there to hold his legs. And he did do, obviously, the 20 kilo plate and then the 2 20 kilo plates. Now he's doing 3. So a fair bit of weight there. Strong back. Keeping the range of motion to the bottom. Not going all the way to the top to engage your glutes too much. So if you got all the way to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.